It was Club Brugge against Manchester City, a 5-1 win for City. Going into it, the hosts were 1 point ahead of them over City in Group A. And so let's talk a little bit about this team then. It does seem that City are very much still one of the teams to beat in the Champions League, Stevie.
Man City are one of the teams to beat regardless of the competition, whatever country, whatever continent. I mean, they're arguably the best team in the world. That's how good they are. And again, I'm going to come back to the usual. That's without a centre-forward or a proper goal scorer. I mean, to go away in Europe and score 5 goals without a recognised goal scorer tells you that this is just a team that plays football. It's not about size or shape or speed or whatever. It's about a group of players who keep the ball and move for each other and who have skill when it matters and when it counts. They're just a football team, a little bit like the old Barcelona. You know, regardless of your Xavis and Iniestas who were 5'2", you got your Fodens and people like that who if it was a fight wouldn't last 2 seconds, but it's a football game. And they can pass the ball, and when the opportunities arise, the majority of the time, then they take those chances. So, listen, they're just a football team. Nothing more, nothing less.
Nedum is still with us. Nedum, City were dominant from start to finish today. How much can you take from this performance?
I think you can take a lot from it, to be honest. Like going into it, as you say, Club Brugge were ahead of Man City. They had a good result against PSG in the opening game, so you got a sense that it wasn't going to essentially always go City's way, but they got a feel for it. They were moving the ball well, and as Steve is alluding to there, you know, they have a style of play. Like when they get going, they're as good as anybody. You know, you could argue they're one of the best sides in the world, and they look so good. You know, as he said there, to score 5 goals away from home in the Champions League. You know, if you want to move on from it, you can say that, but it's 5 goals away from home in the Champions League, and they could have scored more. And this is, again, without everyone looking for somebody with a 9 on their back who's standing in the middle, chesting the ball down and creating whatever. Like, I've got to look at that team and just see from, like, for the first 30 minutes, it was one of the best performances I've seen in the Champions League. And you could say it was against Club Brugge, but the fact is, you know, they got a result against PSG, like I said, but they moved the ball so well. And the scariest thing for me is, you know, some players who are key, like Kevin De Bruyne, he's playing okay, but he's nowhere near his best yet. So you look at the collective and think that they can still get that little bit better. But at the moment, you know, watching them, especially when Foden's doing what he's doing and the like, they're so good to watch, and they deserved every single one of those goals and then some more, in fact, today.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.